fantasies play. Shadows fall, dimming the light. Whispers grow, a rising tide. Vindicator, where do you hide? Fear is over, heart ablaze. Through smoky haze, he sets his gaze. Justice calls a burning need. A city's wounds he vows to heed. From cobbled streets to tower high, Vindicator takes to the sky. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Whispers turn to thunderous roar as shadows creep. He slams the door on tyranny's cruel, grasping hand. He fights for freedom, takes a stand with courage born of darkest night. He ignites hope, a guiding light. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Though battles rage and darkness reigns, hope's ember burns within his veins. He'll never yield, he'll never fall. He answers freedom's clarion call. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. A symbol etched against the moon. Vindicator rising soon.
Hello everybody, how you all doing? Hope you're doing really well. Thanks Jason, thanks to all my US viewers viewing in the US at Jason's work. How you doing? Glad to have you along for the ride. And welcome to the shit show that is the UK. It's crazy at the minute. How you all doing? So look at some of the people in the chat. Looking good. So, hey Vin, you're on air at my work here in the US. Nice one. Awesome, Jason. Thanks for that, buddy. Thanks for that. At first, people didn't like the intro, but I think it started to grow on people. Afternoon, mate. Hope all is well. Yeah, all is great. Thanks, mate. Bloody shit show is right. Yeah, definitely. Right, let's get into this. Tom's not here today. He's got some personal things to sort out today. Hopefully, he'll be back next week and we can launch our new podcast together, hopefully. But we'll see how things go. But yeah, still just going to try and get through a few things. So first up, we're going to talk about is the thing that I talked about in my morning walk video this morning. Was that footage from the police officers just making total idiots of themselves. I'm talking about UK police officers. They're not like US police officers. Our police officers are completely woke. They don't like free speech, and they're completely controlled by the Starmer regime. They're politicized, unfortunately. I wish we did have US police officers that protected our freedom of speech like yours do over there, Jason. But unfortunately, ours are the opposite. Quite very much the opposite. You'll see when you watch the video what they're like. Right, let's get into it. I'm not prepared at all today. I apologise. Prepared at all today. So we'll get into that in a minute as well. And that. This is what we want to look at. Is this right here? So this guy here. This is the guy that's going to be causing all the trouble.
Well, they already have come.
Yeah.
We don't like it because they're trying to take our land.
I have the right to conduct a citizen's arrest, and he is under arrest. I'm detaining him under my breach of police powers. He's not going anywhere. He can sit here until the police arrive. He's sitting here. He's biting me. He's biting me.
Right, I've got to say, at this point, when it gets to an altercation like this, just let go. Just let go of them. It's fine doing a citizen's arrest so long as the person is compliant, but pretty much civilians are not equipped to deal with someone that's struggling, and you're best off just let them go. Get them on camera, let them go. And I would advise anybody not to deal with citizen's arrest, especially in the current state of the UK at the minute, because the police will not take your side. That they just won't. I think it's wrong. You don't do it. Record the guy, get a good description, give the police a description if they come of him, show them the footage. But I would just name and shame this guy, get him all over, get his face all over the internet, name and shame him. People will know him, and his name will turn up eventually. But as for holding on to a guy that's really fighting back like this, just let him go. That's my advice. Yeah, that's what I would, yeah. Absolutely, Steve. If you have him on camera, then let him go, yeah. 9 times out of 10, the police will pick him up when he least expects it without all this sort of drama that's going on. It's the best thing to do. Big state of wokeness in the police force, yeah. Right, let's carry on.
He's not going anywhere. He's just attacked me.
Right, so this guy is security. So he's already stated to this guy, to the security officer, that he's detaining this person because he's committed an indictable offence, which would be criminal damage. He threw the table up and he broke cameras. That's criminal damage. So if anything, this security officer should actually be helping him to restrain him, not trying to pull him off. This guy needs to be sacked. Bye-bye, sacked. If you don't know what's going on, don't intervene. That's the golden rule. And he's making a prize tit of himself by tackling this guy. Right.
He's under arrest.
Who are you arresting, bro?
I don't. I
What's
just.
the state of that? Assault. The guy's on the ground, defenseless. Assault.
He's not going anywhere. He's just attacked me. He's under arrest.
Who are you arresting, bro?
I don't. I just get his arm. Get his other arm. Get his other arm. No, this man is under arrest.
Oi, you f***ing get off him.
No, bro.
Get off him. Cop.
Yeah, now he's been attacked by multiple people. Multiple people are attacking these two people.
Get off him.
He's just assaulting me.
This is the left guys who've currently just been assaulted for having debates with people.
We've just been insulted by a number of people. Come over, flip the table, smashing camera equipment. I grab.
DEI hire. Absolutely useless. We'll get to her in a bit. pulling him off. He's committed an offence of Ethical Crime Act. Yeah, he's interfering with an arrest, isn't he? Literally interfering with an arrest. If you do a citizen's arrest on somebody, doesn't it carry the same penalties as if you interfere with an officer doing an arrest? Steve, I don't know about that, but you know better than I will about that. But you shouldn't even let it get to that circumstance. Like Steve said and I've said, if it gets to a point where they're wrestling with you and you put yourself in more danger from hanging on to the person, just let them go. Get a good photograph of their face whilst they're on the floor or whatever, and then just let them go. Let them go about their merry way. They'll be picked up later by the police. I've not seen this event yet. I think it happened, I think it's 2 days ago it happened. But it's insane. But the police turn up and they're absolutely useless. But we'll get into that in a minute.
Grabbed the man who did it, put him under citizen's arrest, asked for the police to be called. University staff have come in, assaulted me, even though I clearly indicated he's under a citizen's arrest. I had him there, I said, call the police, call the police, call the police. So I requested that you lot were called. Yeah. And the university staff have come in and assaulted me and helped him get away.
Britain needs mass deportations. This is my organisation, very similar to...
I mean, that's...
The audio all right, guys? My audio all right? Yeah, it's back on again now. My audio just went off for some reason. I don't know why that went off. It's a bit strange. But this guy here, this police officer, is absolutely useless. Completely ideologically and politically captured. He shouldn't even be having an opinion on what the banner said. All he should be interested in is the facts of the assault, of what actually took place. Not commenting on whether or not they deserve to be assaulted or not because of what they were showing. That's nothing to do with the situation. I said this before. If you get assaulted, if somebody attacks you because you have a differing opinion to you or they don't like something that you've said, that's on them. The law should be backing the people that have been assaulted, not trying to make excuses for the assault like this prized shitbrick is doing. It happened yesterday at the College of Communication. Yes, this is what I mean. You're acting as a police officer, so it's obstruction or aid an offender, right? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. How is the audio? Is it a bit staticky? There's nothing I can. It's a bit echoey in this room. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do about that. I will be getting the streaming microphone out of storage soon, so the audio in these streams will be a hell of a lot better. But this guy is an absolute moron. Take it back a bit, and so this was the banner. This was the banner they put. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Britain needs mass deportations. Prove me wrong.
Very similar to...
I mean, that's going to roll people up, isn't it? If you don't want things to kick off, I suggest you don't create a situation.
So, if you don't want things to kick off, that's not the point though, is it? The people kicking off are the issue. They don't seem to understand this. They're putting all the blame on these people for expressing an opinion that other people don't like. And he's trying to excuse the fact that people are getting violent over an opinion. Trying to excuse it, make excuses. Well, it is going to be a bit inflammatory, that, isn't it? That's not the point. That's not the police. That's not what the police are there to do. The police are there to establish the ins and outs of what happened, not to make some kind of judgment on what the people are saying. It's insane in this country. It really is.
So we have to live in a society where we can't say what a leading polling party in the country
Let me see the footage.
Okay.
This is the man who attacked me. You're going to arrest him.
Step away. Step away.
Wait.
Why is he getting all defensive? He's asking him a question. He's asking you a question. Are you going to arrest the man who assaulted me? And this guy here just gets violent. Obviously got a beard because he's got no chin, because he's a bit of a soy boy.
Step away.
Wait.
Step
Are you going
away.
to a
Step away.
Wait a second.
There's no need for that. There's no need for it. No need for it at all.
Away.
Wait. Are you going to?
He's stepping back. The guy is stepping back and you're moving towards him, and then you push him. He's already retreated. So why do you feel the need to push him? That's right. Yeah, blame the victim. Not the argument. Also, Scruffy, how does that command any respect before they even open their mouths? Like, well, yeah. I've got no idea. They just disappeared. I think their leader, I think the leader in this country, didn't she get shot in the head because of gang violence, and she's now a vegetable?
Step away.
Wait a second.
There was absolutely no need for that. No need for him to do that whatsoever. He was retreating. He was moving back. This guy was moving towards him and then pushed him violently. Not professional at all. Shouldn't be in the uniform.
He's up. He just went and pushed me really aggressively. You're approaching someone else.
Right. This is the interesting part. This police officer decides it's perfectly okay to perform common assault on a member of the public, trying to push the camera out of the way. Then, in the next breath, does this.
No, don't touch me. Your colleague's just assaulted me. Learn some manners.
He said common assault. He's just committed common assault. You committed common assault on him first by knocking his camera out of the way. And I hope he sues the absolute pants off of you, buddy.
We've been talking as you know. Whoa.
Absolute clown show. Total clown show. This is the state of our police in this country. Absolute amateurs. Yeah, Sharon is still alive, possibly in the public there. Yes, I know we've met him several times in London. Not an aggressive man at all. No, he wasn't being aggressive. He was walking up to the officer, asking him a question. He wasn't even approaching the other guy. He was asking the officer a question. Are you going to arrest him? And then he violently just starts pushing him. They're not trained properly. They're obviously not trained properly in how to deal with the public. They've got no public service or relations skills at all. None of them have.
How? For what? Help! You under a little. I have done no crime. I've been here.
Look at the aggression in their faces. This guy in particular. You can tell he was political from the moment he stepped up to the college campus. That his intention was to arrest these people. That was his intention. Look at the aggression.
Engaging in a public, peaceful debate, and this is how the police act. This is not acceptable. In England, this is meant to be some sort of democracy.
It takes 4 of these clowns to deal with him. 4 of them. 4 of them to deal with one compliant. He's not even resisting.
We are meant to have free speech in this country, and my ancestors went through 2.
He's got his hand on his neck, pushing his neck down into the floor. It's a joke. guy who got pushed was Montgomery, not Tom. Right, okay. So you weren't walking. Could this have been staged? First question. No, it's not staged. This is just how the police are now in this country. And worse, he's a taser equipped, so should be of a high standard. Well, we know that counts for nothing. High standard means nothing. I've met some of their armed response unit officers, and they're definitely not of a high standard, which you would expect of firearms officers. Definitely not. All right, okay.
World wars. But this country, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You are criminals. You're violent Tuesday criminals. The minute you knew what was on that banner, you decided, let's go for him.
Why are they even doing that? Why are they pushing down his head? He's not even resisting.
Go for him.
Yeah, all the clapping idiots. And this is why the police have done it for. It's for these morons, because they're on their side, because the police are politicised, and they're just as far left as these morons. Welcome to the UK, my American audience, where the victims of a crime are the ones arrested because they chose to defend themselves and try and uphold the law and do the police's job and detain the person that assaulted them and caused criminal damage. They're an absolute joke. Yes, this was done for clout. I'm not sure that's right, Steve. Now, were they stupid in going to a college campus that they knew was very, very woke and thinking that they wouldn't get any pushback or there wouldn't be any violence? Because like I mentioned in my morning walk video this morning, very naive. You could say it's staged, I suppose, if you want to, but you'd have to have proof of that it was staged. Policy enforcers enforcing policies they don't know. Yeah, all right, let's see. Yeah, get you. No, I mean the plug doing it for clout. Oh yeah, definitely. It's virtue signaling. They're virtue signaling to the higher ups. They probably all want promotions, and that's the only way you get promotion within the police force is to be on board with the message, which is wokeness. So going hard against some what they perceive to be far right activists, or get some really nice brownie points in the Sadiq Khan Metropolitan Police, because that's who was doing this. They're basically just Sadiq Khan's personal paramilitary at this point. That's what they are.
The right winger, please stop the right winger. You people disgust me. You are corrupt. You are Sadiq Khan's lapdogs. You're a stud staffel.
How many? You know what? This could be a joke. How many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? How many police officers does it take to get one compliant person into the back of a van?
You're a Stasi.
Why is the guy that assaulted me not arrested?
What? You think I'm fun? Yeah, hurt me some more.
Well, they already have
And that was that. So this guy just walked away scot-free. The guy that actually did it.
come.
Yeah.
We don't like it because they're trying to take our land.
So this guy just walked away scot-free. They let him go after doing this. It's insane, isn't it? It's insane. They should be sacked. If you're a police officer, and the public are clapping you for doing your job wrong, yeah. Everything wrong in that. Hey, Steve. It's a joke. Right, so we've got some more footage to look at. Get this up on here. We've got some more footage to look at because it didn't end there. It didn't end there. Because the police seem to think that causing offence is a crime. And this police officer just shows they have no people skills. They don't know how to interact with the public. They're not trained how to interact with the public. They're just so drunk on power that they just waltz on in and just act like however they want to act without any consideration for the public whatsoever. Completely drunk on power. I got assaulted, right? I got assaulted 2 years back when I was doing the May Day parade, which is basically the communist gala in my hometown, right? And I got assaulted there. I didn't phone the police. I didn't do anything because I knew they wouldn't do anything. Waste of time. So all I did, I got a really good photo of the guy's face. I got him on camera, got him on video, got him on the live stream, and then I just posted that video everywhere. And he hated it. Absolutely hated it. That's the best defense you can do, is to name and shame these people in public. Just don't inform the police anymore, because 9 times out of 10 they won't do anything, and they'll probably try and find an excuse to arrest you for it. Can't trust them. Just can't trust the police anymore. I never thought I'd be the person saying that you can't trust the police, but you can't. That they just prove it every day that you just can't trust them. Can't. I hope he does. I hope he does, Craig. I really hope he does. Yep. The guy who overturned the table went to the police and said Will had assaulted him. That's why they threw him to the ground and arrested him. No, what I thought it was, Steve, if you noticed, it was because when he went for the camera, when the police officer went for his camera, he pushed his hand away. He pushed the police officer's hand away. So that's why they arrested him. Yes, it's insane, Jason. We're in real trouble in this country. And it just gets worse. We're going to have a look at the second part now. It just gets worse. So we'll read this. So this is from somewhere called Together. Is being offensive a crime? Montgomery Toms. Yes, Met Police officer. Really? This is how far the slide to limit free speech has gone. Regardless of views, we must be able to thrash out political issues with fellow citizens. It is not the role of police officers to regulate our discussions. Who decides what constitutes offensive? Universal suffrage, the right for all to vote, was an enormously offensive idea to many. Being offended comes with the territory sometimes of being a free adult, as does the ability for all to criticise, ridicule, lambast and calmly disagree. We need much more open public debate, calmly done with fellow citizens. We need policing without fear or favour. So while we are told that Met Police will no longer pursue non-hate crime incidents, we see this outside campus of London College of Communication insist on free speech together. Completely agree with that. Let's watch this then.
I'm offensive. Is that a crime? Being offensive is a crime. Being offensive is a crime now. What?
She's saying don't start. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. What's it got to do with you? He's talking in public. Don't start. This is what happens when you give Karens a warrant card. People that have never had any power in their life suddenly get all the power over people, and then they get drunk on that power. That's what happens.
Being offensive is a...
Right, he's having a conversation with this lady here. So it's nothing to do with that police officer, what he's saying at all.
Being offensive is a...
Her there, look. Play that again.
Being offensive is...
Her there. The Karen.
a crime now. What is this? Did you say it is? Are you joking me?
I have a video.
Is that a joke? Being offensive is a crime. I just heard you say that. What's your badge number? What is your badge number? What is your badge number? Tell me what your badge number is. What is your badge number? Thank you. I'm offensive. Is that a crime? Being offensive is a crime. Being offensive is...
Just listen to them. Just listen to them. They're just activists. They're activists with a warrant card. Activists with a warrant card. They shouldn't be in the uniform. None of these officers here should be in the uniform. They are the absolute scraping the barrel with police officers now. And they're having to scrape the barrel because decent, good police officers are leaving in their droves because they can no longer stand how woke the police force has become. It's the same in the military, in the UK military. Lots of my friends in the UK military have now left because they simply cannot tolerate how it's become. It's woke. And we're left with absolute Karens like this that shouldn't be in the uniform. Probably couldn't even pass the physical test. Look at the size of her. Needs to get some slim fast down her neck. First it was AI and DP audits, then Danny and Ryan. Then it was Tay and now all tie-ups to keep us busy. And failure to verbalise your call number against terms of service. Yeah, they don't care though, Steve. They don't think the rules apply to them. There's no professionalism in them whatsoever. They've completely abandoned the Peelian principles. For my American audience, if you don't know what the Peelian principles are, it's I forget his name now. I'll get into that in a bit. But it's basically it's the founding person who came up with the Peelian principles, named after him. Steve will probably help me out. But mine's gone blank. But yeah, the Peelian principles. Police without fear or favour being one of them. No, she's not. No, she one of those injections, but no chance of. Yeah. There we go. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, Robert Peel. Robert Peel. He's the one that came up with the police force in this country. That's why the Peelian principles are named after him. Let's look at some of the comments. England is the inventor of all modern democratic governments. The Magna Carta, common law, the English 1689 Bill of Rights, our Constitution is literally a modified copy of those great documents. And they've all been more or less overridden by modern day acts of parliament that basically just make them, make them obsolete. That's why we need a strong government in parliament to remove all these acts that take away our rights and allow the Bill of Rights to be put into full effect again, along with other legislation that needs to be voided and repealed. That's why we're called bobbies. Great comment. The art of seeing patterns. Right, so that was that. That's the state of our police force in this country. Absolute clown show. I want to show something else as well. I touched upon this the other day in the one of my morning walk videos, but it bears repeating again. We'll share this again. It bears repeating. Sometimes this is true. Do you see what the government are doing yet? When will people wake up? They want to digitally enslave us all. Right, so a few months ago, there was a vote in Parliament regarding digital ID. Now, a lot of people get confused with digital ID and photo ID, thinking that they're the same thing. They're not. Two completely different things. Yes, you need photo ID to go and vote. That's required. That's required in law now. You need photo ID to be able to vote, and I agree with that. You should have photo ID in order to go and vote, because that cuts down on voter fraud. Digital ID is a completely different thing, and this explains what digital ID is. To enforce a social media ban for under 16s means everyone else must provide ID on biometrics to prove they're over 16. It's digital ID by the back door. This is plan B. Everybody thought that digital ID had gone away because they were trying to introduce mandatory digital ID for everyone to access every aspect of society. Now they're claiming that this would cut down on illegal immigrants using our services, but we all know what it was really meant to be. It's so digital ID is a core element of introducing a social credit system in this country, like they have in China. Yes, my American audience, that's what they're trying to do in most Western countries. They're trying to implement a Chinese social credit system where if you are critical of the government or anything, then they can just simply shut you out of your own life because they can just ban your digital ID, so therefore you can't access things anymore. That's what they want it for. So when they got defeated in Parliament, Keir Starmer knew it was going to be defeated. Why did he U-turn? And this was plan B. Basically, to enforce a social media ban for under 16s means everybody else has to provide ID in order to access the internet. And it's quite right. It's digital ID via the back door. Simple as that. 100%. Yes, I was asked for a photograph on Google the other day. Yeah, it's already slipping in. Typical problem, reaction, solution. Completely right. No longer being governed, we are now under a regime. How much clearer can it be? I don't know how clearer we can make it. I really don't. And people are still asleep in this country to what's going on. I'd say black shirts. Closing down. Right. I'm going to keep this a short one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop the link. I wasn't going to do this today, but I'll drop the link in the chat. Anybody that wants to come in and have a quick chat, you can do. I'm only asking for people that have not been in before. So if you've been in before and I don't choose to come in, don't feel offended. Nothing personal. I'm just trying to encourage all the people to come in. It's going to be for about 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll drop the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come in, you can come in. Please have your face showing on the camera whilst you're in the backstage area, so I can see your face. And then once I go live, you can go to hiding your face again if that's what you want to do. Have your audio ready as well, please. So I've got the link in the chat and that sort of thing. Right, let's talk about some other stuff. A lot of comments been disappearing from the comment sections. Again, all I can say is be careful what you post. You know what YouTube is like. They are very censorious. So if you're posting links, outside links, your comment will disappear. They'll remove it. If you're posting inflammatory stuff that they will consider to be inciting violence or anything like that, and trust me, anything can be considered that, your comment will disappear. So just be careful what you post. I've noticed quite a lot of comments disappearing. Are you thinking of doing another stream with Dino at all? Not really, it's not on the cards, mate. Not at all. Police should learn Soviet history and what happened to the useful idiots. They don't care. They don't think it will happen to them. And that's usually the case. When you've got people that are absolutely drunk on power, they don't think about the consequences. They don't think that at some point the regime is going to end and they're going to be held accountable for the things they've done during that regime. Nobody thinks that. Yes, once your face is frightened busy, you can go back to the incognito. Yeah. Make sure you are in live chat, not top chat. Yep. This is the sort of comment that you need to be careful of. I'm just highlighting this to make a point, right? I'm not going to read it, but everybody can read what's on here. So this could be seen as inflammatory by YouTube, believe it or not. They might take that as inciting violence. So this is the sort of thing you need to be careful of when you're posting. It's incredible worrying how quickly or instantly YouTube can react and remove a comment that's self-worried. It's their algorithm, it's their AI. That's why it does it so quick. You've got to think, you know, the AI algorithm is running computations millions per second. So it'll be running through comment sections, looking for keywords and just instantly removing them. Or could be seen as inflammatory by the police. Yeah. I'm not saying it to be an arsehole, I'm just trying to stop you guys from getting into trouble. You've got to be really careful what you post. We have to be really careful what we post in this country. Because we literally don't know. We don't know where the boundaries are with speech. Do we? Never sleeps. I'll post the link again. Anybody wants to come in, you can do. I'll give it another 5 minutes. Nobody wants to come in, then I'm going to call it a day, guys. Links in the chat. If you want to come in, have a chat. The rules are show your face on camera before you come in. If you don't show your face on camera, you won't be allowed into the main live stream. NHS is slow. Anyone who has been injured knows this. Right, guys, it doesn't like anybody's going to be coming in. I've posted the link several times, so I'm going to call it a day here. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for coming to the live stream. Really appreciate it. Bit of a short one today, not very long. Things will be back to normal next week. I don't like speaking for long on my own anyway. I like to get straight to the point, in and out, that sort of thing. Job done. I love talking to you guys, as always. It's helpful if people, when I'm on my own, if some people do want to come in and have a chat. It stops me talking all the time. I get tired of my own voice. I really do. So yeah, it's good. That's why I love it when Tom's in here, because when Tom's in here, we can play off each other. You're not doing all the work, you're sharing the load, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Thanks for coming along, guys, and really appreciate it. Great talking to you all. This is Vindicator signing off.